and we are live. Woo!
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. I'm Leona Dooley. This is Ivy in Time.
And I'm Miss Denise from Homemaking with Denise, and we are the dynamic duo.
Oh, yes. We are going to have such a good time today. It's going to be so much fun. We are making retro desserts that we know you are going to want to prepare and that our family loves. What do you think, Miss Denise?
Oh, I think they will. And you know what? As we talk about trying to stretch the budget, and we're thinking about all the people that are having a difficult time with their grocery budget right now. Some of these recipes that we're going to make are some of those old tried and true recipes that my mom used to make, or maybe my mom's used to make. So I think this will be one way to help stretch the budget.
Oh, I think so too. I'm kind of messing around here with the computer and making sure we are.
Make sure I'm in good position so people can see me.
Oh yeah, we got our dishes ready, and we've got people who are jumping on. Now, before I get started, let's see who's here. We've got Vicky from South Carolina. We've got Tamaral from Duncan Party of Six. We got Tamika Brown. We've got Blue Skies is here with us. Hey, Blue Skies. Got Mickey and Michelle Nelson is here.
Hello.
Mickey said everything sounds yummy. So we are really looking forward to today. So, Miss Denise, what are you preparing first?
Well, I'm going to make two things, and hopefully I can get them out the oven before we're done. But I'm going to make an old-fashioned apple dumplings. When I was a girl, my mom would make apple dumplings, and I loved them. And you know, you can make apple dumplings a couple different ways. You can wrap the apples up like in a pillow of dough, or you can chop the apples up and put them in the dough and roll it out and cut it. And so I'm going to do the kind where you chop the apples up and then you roll out the dough, kind of like a jelly roll.
Yeah.
And put the apples on top of that, roll it up, slice it. And I chose that because if you have to stretch your budget, if you have those chopped apples and you have it in a sauce, it's going to go farther. So that's why I chose that one. Then I'm going to make an old-fashioned Southern classic Coca-Cola cake.
Woo-hoo! Well, both of those
I love chocolate.
Amazing. Woo! I can't.
So what are you making?
I am making my favorite and one that I have made since, years even before I got married. And that is Mississippi mud and Mississippi mud cake. And some of you may be familiar with it, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
I heard of Mississippi mud cake a long time ago, but I haven't seen anybody make it.
Nope, not recently anyway. And I'm going to fix a sweet potato pie because it's that time.
Send me a piece.
Yes, it's that time of the year. And my family is not a fan. Well, one family member, my son, loves pumpkin pie, but everybody else, we are sweet potato pie people. And so we're going to make sweet potato pie. And that's something my mom used to make. So we are so excited. So guys, needless to say, we are not close to our computers. So I'll apologize once and say, I'm sorry that I can't bring all of you in like we normally do when we're on Wednesday night, but we are going to be able to chit chat back and forth, and we're going to talk to each other as we're cooking. And if we get quiet, you just know we're focused.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's get started.
And I tried to have everything right here. I can get over here, so we'll see. If I have to walk off camera, which my butter's in the fridge, so I will need to go off camera to do that. But other than that, we should be good.
All right. Well, I guess we're ready.
Okay.
Well,
I'm going to get started with my apple dumpling roll-ups, and here is my recipe right here. I will link it in the description box. It's not linked in there just yet, but I will link it in the description box. And I just got a note from Mickey Blue Sky saying that my camera's a little fuzzy. Let me walk around while you're talking to see if I need to wipe the camera on.
All right. Well, the Mississippi mud cake is one. It's going to take about 30 to 35 minutes to bake. And so I'm going to actually start with that first. And I think you'll enjoy it. Now, I've got everything here that I can get to. And I tried to organize as much as possible. So we'll try to go with that. All right, we're starting with 2 cups of flour, of all-purpose flour. So I've got that right here. And I'm using a 1/2 cup measure.
And I'm getting started with 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, some salt, and I'm probably going to have to cut in that cold butter. So I'll probably need to go and get that. But this is, and of course, first thing I did was make a mess.
Okay. Well, you know, that's what we do.
Yes.
Who was it who used to throw the flour up on their face so they look like they'd really been working hard?
I don't know.
Somebody on television used to do that. All right, so I've got 2 cups of flour here. I need a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder.
So I've got my 3 cups of flour, my 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1½ teaspoons of salt. I'm going to whisk those together.
Make sure I have the right one. That's a good thing I checked because that was a 1/3. I need a 4th. All right.
Let me grab my butter out of the fridge. I was supposed to have cold butter, so I've already cut the butter up into little cubes, 3 tablespoons of butter, and I've got to cut it in. So now let me grab it out of the fridge.
Okay, so I'm adding a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. This will be linked in the description box. So we got the cocoa powder in. Need a cup of buttermilk. This is so easy, guys. You're going to love it. And I need a cup of oil.
See how I've cubed the butter up and I kept it in the fridge so they would be nice and cold.
Okay.
And I'm going to just take my pastry cutter and just cut it in. And once it gets started, I'll switch over to using some knives. Or maybe even a fork.
Okay, and I'm going to need 2 eggs. I've got those right here. And I'm going to use this because just keep in mind when you're cracking eggs, don't crack them on the vessel that you're going to put the egg in. Crack it on the side, and you're less likely to get eggshells in your mix. All right, I got my 2 eggs. And put those in. So you notice that I'm adding all this to our bowl. Here. Let's see, 2 eggs. I need 2 cups of sugar. Got 1.
I'm just cutting this butter into this flour. Sorry about being so noisy. Sometimes I can get better results this way.
And I need 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And we need one more. And two. Here's what I forgot. I need a cup, a bowl.
Now, if flour spills out, it's where it needs to be, on the board and not on the counter. And I'm just taking my fork and just working this butter into this flour. I kind of go back and forth. I want it to look like coarse meal.
And we're going to need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And you're going to use pure vanilla if you have it. It is certainly worth the purchase.
Yes, pure vanilla is worth the purchase. And I think we both have Watkins.
Today I'm using Kirkland. I just have a bottle I picked up.
I know you had Watkins once before, and I thought, oh, we both have Watkins.
Yes, I normally do.
I get that at Menards, and I have not been there lately, so I'm going to need to
make a run. I had to make a run this morning to the grocery.
I had to run out and get my apples. I had used the apples that I had to make an apple cobbler for Thanksgiving as I was working on my Thanksgiving video. And I was like, oh, I don't have any apples left. So,
oh no,
I had to run out to Aldi just real quick. And they had a 3-pound bag of apples for $1.99, which was cheaper
that's
than
a great price.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this looks pretty good. It's supposed to look like course meal, and I think it looks like that. I'll just see one little look.
All righty, I'm adding my boiling water.
And then I'm supposed to add my milk.
All right, I'm going to be a little noisy, Miss Denise.
Okay. And this dough is going to be sticky.
All right.
Now, you know, Blue Skies would love the color of that mixer you've got.
Huh?
Blue Skies would love the color of that mixer. That's her color.
Does she like this color? My daughter likes this color.
She gets everything that color.
Oh. All right, now we're going to pour, this is our cake mixture, and I'm going to pour it into a 9x13 pan that I've lined with parchment.
I'm going to pour a little flour on this board. And then I'm going to turn my dough onto the board and roll it into a rectangle. And it is definitely sticky, as it promised it would be.
Okay. Got all the goodies in it. Now, this is going to go into a 350 oven, and we're going to bake it until a toothpick comes out clean.
So I'm flouring my hands so that they won't stick to the dough too much, and the dough is nice and soft. I've got my rolling pin close by. Now I'm going to flour it, and I'm going to roll this into a rectangle.
All right. Now, if your little ones love marshmallows, then the Mississippi mud cake is definitely going to be their favorite because we're going to be adding marshmallows and then we're going to put this delicious chocolate glaze across the top. Ah, it's going to be so good. So let me all right. Oh, I didn't set my timer.
How?
Okay. So the timer's going. Well, Miss Denise, you're over there working hard, girl.
You know, I seem to always have trouble with my dough on camera. Okay, so I think
It acts up where we're on camera.
I always have trouble with my dough on camera. Okay, so I think that's where this needs to be. And then I'm supposed to sprinkle the brown sugar and the cinnamon. So I've got brown sugar here, and I'm supposed to sprinkle all of that on.
All right. Now I'm going to get the sweet potato pie started, even though we're not quite ready for them.
I'm thinking I probably should have started my apples to simmering.
Well,
there's the brown sugar. Here's the cinnamon.
Okay, come on. I always have trouble with the top of my Ninja. Okay. Come on.
Oh. You know what? I was thinking differently. Now I'm going to top this with the apples. So when I made my apple cobbler,
There.
I had to cook the apples a little bit.
Okay.
But in this one, since you chop the apples,
Oh.
you don't have to do that. So, okay.
Now, this sweet potato pie that I'm going to start here is so easy to put together, but it is absolutely delicious. So we're going to start with the sweet potatoes. I've got 2 cups of sweet potatoes. I baked them, and got the skins off. And you know, the nice thing about doing it in the blender is that you won't be plagued with the little strings that sometimes you find in your sweet potatoes.
So now I'm going to roll this up jelly roll style, and we'll see.
All right. Okay, got sweet potatoes in. I need 6 tablespoons of butter.
This looks like a big pizza log.
Ah, oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it looks like a big pizza log, and
I think I'd like it that way better than some of the other ways that you do it.
let me pinch this little end. Am I supposed to grease my pan?
All righty. Well, I cut my butter up into little cubes so that it will blend easily. We've got our 6 tablespoons of butter. And I need 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. Now, let me just say, sweetened condensed milk is actually one of those products that is on the $40 meal, Thanksgiving meal. And you can either do sweetened condensed or you can do evaporated milk. But I'm using the sweetened because we're doing a sweet dessert. I'm going to add that in.
Let me get these cut.
Okay. So we're going to add all of this.
Just cutting it with a serrated knife. Ooh, I tore this one apart.
Ooh, be careful.
That part is coming apart right there. I might have to make some more dough to address that one. I think I stretched it too much.
Oh, okay. Oh, that tastes good. And we need a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. And a teaspoon of cinnamon. That's the one. And a half a teaspoon of nutmeg.
I think I was quite generous with my filling.
All right. That's always a good thing.
Yes.
Because you want all of that goodness every bite.
Yes, we do.
Okay, we've got our cinnamon, we've got our nutmeg, all that's done. Let's see what else needs to go in here. I need 2 eggs. So let's get our cup again, crack our eggs on the side. One
Get that wrapped around.
and 2. And we'll add that to the mixer. Whew.
Okay, that one has completely fallen apart. So
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am using red pie crust. These are Pillsbury pie crust, and they are delicious. I use these when I'm in a pinch and I just don't have time to make it from scratch. And you know what? The good news was is that they're actually on sale. I was able to pick it up. And I think because of Thanksgiving and everyone knows that there's going to be a lot of baking going on, that we were able to get this for a good price. So it actually has 2 in here. So one, and they're wrapped individually, just so you see. I'm going to have one pie crust 1 and pie crust 2. So I'm going to put pie crust 2 back in there in case, it's there if I need it. Or if I decide to do another pie later on, then we'll be able to pop that pie crust out. So I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of flour. Because I don't want this to stick. And I'm using my silicone pad, my silicone mat to do this because
I didn't use all my apples, so I'm going to put some more into these little dishes. And let me just give it a good stir so that the cinnamon is all through it. This is how you salvage stuff.
all right.
Okay.
And you're thinking, okay, well, isn't it already round? Yes, it is, but my pie plate is a little large. So I'm going to give it a little more girth, a little wider. And here's my pie plate. I want to make sure I have enough so that there's a nice edge that we can work with. All right, I need a little bit of, well, I can use oil. That's what I use. Oil the sides a little bit. Just so nothing will stick. Okay, got our pie plate taken care of. And
what I'm doing is just tucking this this Pillsbury pie crust on top.
all right, well, I'm going to
So
take.
if I had company coming over, I'd have to do something.
That's true. That's true.
and leave it to me to mess it up. Okay.
Ah. There we go. Got our pie. I'm just going to pinch it around the sides. Denise, when you start decorating for Christmas?
No, I just put out a couple things for Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm just putting a little bit of sugar on top of this pie crust. And I will add a little bit of cinnamon. I don't want much.
All right. So we've got our pie crust ready.
Hey. Okay. So I need to make my sauce before those can go into the oven. But let me just move them out of the way for a minute.
Now, for those of you who can see, I'm over here throwing things into the dishwasher because when you have a clean dishwasher, then you can very easily add whatever might be dirty into the dishwasher, and it keeps your kitchen clean.
So to make the sauce, I'm going to put in 1.5 cups of sugar. I'm also going to put in 1.5 cups of water.
Let's check our cake. How he's doing? He's got about.
Also a little bit of cinnamon. We got a lot of cinnamon going on in this.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to add some flour for thickening.
Ooh, yummy.
My husband says when I cook, my kitchen always looks like I dropped a bomb on it. And I had everything all nice and neatly cleaned up before we got this started. So just to tell you guys what I did. My roll-ups, I think I overfilled them. And so right in the middle, they came apart.
Oh,
So
no.
I went ahead and cut the ones that I could and put them on the baking sheet. And I'll bring them back over here for you to see in just a minute. Put them on the baking sheet. And then I got out one of my one of my pie crusts that I got from Aldi that I always keep in the fridge as one of my pantry staples.
Oh yeah.
Like this. And there was one left in there, so I had evidently used the other one at some other time. Now I'm just going to take the immersion blender to this just for a second. Because you know when you add flour to liquid, sometimes it lumps up. So I'm just going to Notice you always unplug it before you take it apart. So I'll just add
Absolutely.
that to my mess. And now I'm going to bring this to a boil and let it thicken. And then I'm going to pour this on top of the roll-ups and what's in the pan. So now this is pie crust that's left over. So what I'm going to do is just put it on this plate and set it aside. I'll figure out what to do with that later.
All right, well, I'm getting ready to turn the blender on.
I got my oven on preheating already.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Oh, that's smooth. Yay.
Now this sauce smells good. It needs to thicken just a bit.
Now here's the crust. Ready to go. Take a fork and dot it. I'm going to remove the blades.
Let's clean out some of this mess.
It tastes good. All right, guys.
Is that your pie filling already?
Huh?
Is that your pie filling already?
Yeah. It's just not ready to go in yet. I've got to wait until I get my cake out. The blender makes this so easy. I'm going to get close.
Get some of this mess out of the way.
Get my spatula. Put it all in.
It's not thickening up quite as quickly as I would like for it to. Things look a little bit more presentable now.
Okay.
My husband says every time I cook, it looks like somebody dropped a bomb on it. And I really don't agree with him, but this time it probably did, because I was just grabbing stuff trying to fix my error.
Oh. Well, I'm a fan of cooking, of cleaning as you cook.
I try to do that too, but today it just didn't seem to work out. So I threw everything that I could into the dishwasher for now.
Yeah.
Okay, this is starting to thicken up now. Yeah, this caramel sauce is starting to thicken up. Oh, I dropped a bit of the butter wrapper in there.
Uh-huh.
So let's see, I've got, I believe, everything in here. Now, the one disadvantage to using these little stove countertop grills or cookers is that they will cut off. You know, they come on and off, on and off. So sometimes just when you get the things boiling,
Yes, we do.
they will cut off. Okay, so here are my roll-ups. What I think.
See how our cake's coming. It's got 4 more minutes. Check it. My toothpicks.
Started to look like caramel sauce. So how are you guys doing out there? What are you guys doing today? What are you baking for your retro Thanksgiving desserts? Or are you making any?
Or is it like our house? Everybody just makes the dessert that they like the most, or the one that they do the best.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one they bring.
Well, I was trying to do something retro, so I should have just made peach cobbler is what I should have just did. I should have just made the peach cobbler, but since apples were in season, I wanted to do something with the apples, so I wanted to do that. Now, let me just tell you guys, so this did not come out exactly as I wanted it to. You know, it's falling apart a little bit. I had to put 2 of them in a little dish like this, and I was even thinking, okay, what if I just, you know, picked them all up and just put them in a little dish or something like that and poured the sauce over them, just because, you know, if the first thing doesn't work out, then what can you do to resolve things? And I was thinking, I've got a couple more of those. Let me just grab them.
All right. Well, 2 minutes. We got the marshmallows ready, and we're going to have to make the glaze. Now, here's what goes into the glaze, that chocolate glaze. We're going to add milk, butter, light corn syrup, and sugar. And we're going to whisk that baby until it's nice and spreadable. And then we're going to pour it over the marshmallows. Yeah, a layer of cake, a layer of marshmallows, and then a layer of chocolate goodness. Oh, it's going to be so good. We're going to add in some chocolate chips to it. What did I do with the chips?
That might be okay.
Oh, there they are.
I think that might be okay. What I might end up having to do once these come off, I might end up having to pick them up and transfer them to a little dish. But now I'm pouring this sauce over it, and I'm going to pour some on top of that and some on top of that.
Yeah, I got the butter, got the milk.
Oh, it looks delicious.
I need a cup of sugar.
I'm putting that in the dish.
And 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup. Oh, there it is.
I'm putting it in the dish.
Nice. I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes. Do a little jiggling. Okay, that did not come out clean, so we needed about 5 more minutes. Now I'm going to put the pie over there because it's just about ready to go into the oven. I got the fire going. We need some syrup.
This is called Make It Work.
Absolutely. Okay. Oh, it doesn't have a seal. Okay. 4th cup. Here we go.
There we go. So we'll see what this turns out to be.
It's going to come out just fine.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to taste good now. It may not look the best, but I can already tell it's going to taste great. And you know what?
What's that?
Here's the thing. For you young homemakers out there, even us seasoned homemakers don't always get it right.
That's right.
We don't always get it right. And when that happens, you just, okay, go to plan B. So I'm going to pour this in there. Pour some of that there. Now what I better do is set these on a baking sheet so that I don't end up with drip drips all over my oven floor. So I'll get this hooked up. Let's just hope the Coca-Cola cake comes out better than this.
It's good.
Well, that shouldn't be. I mean, it's just a cake, so
Yeah.
yeah. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Texas sheet cake. That's what it reminds me of. It has that look about it.
Okay.
So I'm going to set these here on this baking sheet.
Now I'm going to need about a cup of chocolate chips.
Where?
All right.
Okay, these are going in the oven.
Okay, 5 more minutes has gone by. We're going to test it again.
Okay, those are in the oven.
Yeah, that's much better.
Get a little bit of let's clean up a little bit here.
Okay. Now there he is. We're going to take it out. Well, we're not going to take it out, but we're going to take it out. It's out of the oven for a minute. And then we're going to add it back in for about a minute. But what we're going to do now, while it's hot, we're going to add the marshmallows. And depending on the size bag that you have, you can certainly add as many as you like.
Hey, an apple. Mm. The cinnamon on the apple is delicious.
Oh, that's good.
There's nothing like cinnamon apples.
I
And
had,
sometimes I even like to do cinnamon apples just as a side dish.
guys, I was showing you this jar was full, and my granddaughter was here. She ate all of it up except that little bit.
What was in that?
Marshmallows.
Cinnamon sugar? Oh, marshmallows.
She ate just about all of those. Now I'm going to run this back in the oven for about a minute just to give those marshmallows a chance to set up. Because even though the cake is nice and warm, I want it ooey gooey.
Okay, let's get this Coca-Cola cake started. And the first thing I need to do is grease this baking sheet. And it says to grease it with the non-stick cooking spray, which I have over here. And I'll set this behind me so that it's just out of the way.
Now
Oven's preheated.
okay. We've let this boil 2 minutes. And I'm going to stir in our chocolate chips. And it says you can stir in the pecans, but everyone doesn't eat pecans. So I'm just going to sprinkle a few on one side of the cake. So we'll have a side with no pecans and a side with pecans.
My grandma used to make a 7-Up cake too.
Oh yeah, my daughter's husband loves 7-Up cakes. In fact, that's the only cake he'll pretty much eat.
I need 12 ounces of Coca-Cola. Put this in the light though. I would get the one ball jar that doesn't have the measurements on the side. Here's my measuring cup right here. Okay.
Now that's good. Now let's take our cake out.
I need 12 ounces of Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah. Marshmallows are nice and ooey gooey.
2 sticks of butter.
And we're going to put the pie in.
And cocoa. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put the 2 sticks of butter in first.
Now, here's the secret. Here's our chocolate glaze, the topping, and we're going to pour it on hot.
Oh, that looks great. Okay, 2 sticks of butter. I'm also supposed to put in the cocoa in here now. So I've got the cocoa in. And I'll get that going, and then I'll add the Coca-Cola.
Ooh, yummy.
Now, again, I've not made a Coca-Cola cake before, but I have made a 7-Up cake. I've made like Texas sheet cakes, and this just reminded me of that. So, Leona, you were smart since we're cooking live to make something you've made before.
Yeah, what?
I said you were smart to make something that you've made before. So what are the ladies saying out there? What's going on in your chat? Is it happening? Are they killing me over there?
I can't see. I'll have to walk over there in a minute. As soon as
because I know they're probably killing me because of the hot mess that I was making with these roll-ups, but the roll-ups that ended up not being, well, I think I overfilled them. I think I filled them either that or my dough was too soft. I've been having a little trouble with dough this week, if you recall.
Well, you know what? But in the end, nobody cares as long as it tastes good.
Well, this is true. And then one of the things that I'm going to put this Coca-Cola in, and we're going to see how it reacts. Oh, it's doing okay. I didn't know if it was going to bubble, sizzle, or what. But one of the things that I think our community likes about us is that we keep it real. They get to see what really happens in the kitchen, and that everything isn't always counters cleaned off, and everything doesn't always look like Rachel Ray's kitchen. Because she has a whole team to help her. And if you mess it up, you got to fix it yourself.
That's right. Some of those cooks I look at and I think, I know they are not the ones cleaning up that mess because they are slinging uh, things all over the place and stuff is splattering. Oh man, this looks so good. It's going to have to cool. Oh yeah, that's going to set up very nicely. Ah, you'll love this. This morning, I was setting up, and the big guy says, "When are y'all gonna make some more of that sourdough bread?" I said, "I know that's not you asking."
Isn't he the one that said he didn't like sourdough?
No, he likes sourdough bread.
Oh, okay.
He just doesn't like seeing it in the jar.
Oh, he doesn't like to see in the starter. Yeah.
He thinks the starter looks weird. Now, guys, I'm gonna try to tilt it, and it's still warm, but that's the top of it. And we're gonna have to let this sit for I don't know how long. We'll see. But I've got it on pads, and we're gonna let it sit there. We've got the pie in the oven, and the pie needs about, let's do it. The pie needs about 40 minutes. Or at least 30. Now, if the crust starts to brown too much, I'm just going to lay a piece of parchment on top. Oh, yeah. We'll do this.
So what I'm doing now is I'm adding my flour, my sugar, my salt, and my baking powder to this dish. And I'm going to whisk that up. And then once it gets up to a good whisk, I'll add some of my wet ingredients. Meanwhile, I will keep an eye on the Coca-Cola and cocoa mixture.
Sorry. Gotta find it.
I wasn't sure if that was you or if that was our
Judy,
weather alarm going off. So, guys, let us know out there, have you ever had a total kitchen disaster? Something you were going to make and it just completely turned out much differently or not at all as you planned. And then what did you do to resolve it? Let us know. Inquiring minds want to know. And then for my young homemakers out there, we can't waste food. We can't throw things away, especially right now. We cannot waste food.
Nope.
So you guys saw, I looked in the fridge to see what did I have. Well, I had one of those Pillsbury or Aldi brand pie crust in there. I don't know what the brand is. And I grabbed that out, put some of that pie mixer into a bowl, and then put a little bit of the crust on top of that. And those other ones, they just were falling apart. And I thought, how am I going to serve these? And then when I poured the sauce over it, you saw how the sauce was all over the pan. I thought, let me just put them in a small dish. So I put them into some individual serving dishes. And they are smelling pretty darn good in there.
All right. Well,
so
why
I've got like 8 or 9 servings in there. So,
oops, wrong way. There we go. Now I can see who's here. Focaccia bread. I see Mickey. Mickey wanted to know if we had ever made focaccia. And yes, I have. And it is quite easy, to be honest with you. It's the same recipe that you would use pretty much for your artisan bread. And the only difference is I think you add I believe the recipe calls for about a 1/4 cup of oil in it. And once you do that, let it come to temperature, let it ferment, and poke your little holes in there and get ready to go. So let's see who all's here. All right. Um, we got Kim with us today, who she's saying hello, and to everyone in the chat. We have Sharon Tack, who's here with us. Hello. Um, Nikki says she had never heard of a Coca-Cola cake.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard of them before. I just had never made one. But you know, Grandma used to make those 7-Up cakes. And I think Gigi makes those 7-Up pound cakes. At least she used to.
Yeah, my daughter makes them all the time. All the time. Michelle said, ooh, my daughter Natalie loves Mississippi mud cake. Yay.
Now,
Well,
you know, that's something I've not had.
is that
I've
right?
heard about a Mississippi mud cake, but I've not had one.
Well, I tell you what, it is funny. When I first started teaching, it seemed like we had some kind of potluck just about every week, and or at least it felt that way. And being a new home cook and new to the kitchen, I was always trying to figure out, okay, well, what am I going to take? So I would always volunteer for the plates and the napkins and forks, and because I figured all these other ladies knew how to cook, and I was the one who had just gotten married, didn't really know that much. And so it was funny because as time went by, what we decided to do, there were such a variety of recipes and dishes that would come to the table. And Mississippi mud was one of those. And so we put together a little, just a quick cookbook. Everybody had a sheet, so whatever they brought, they were supposed to jot down their recipe. We made copies of it, stapled it together, and gave it to all the staff. And so I ended up with, oh my goodness, all kinds of recipes. And it was so nice. We've got Journey on the Go-Go here with us. Hello,
Hey,
hello.
people, how you doing?
And we've got Gail here today. And of course, Vicki was first in the house.
Hey,
And,
Vicki.
Hazel's here with us today. She said her allergies giving her the blues, but she's here. Well, you know, Hazel, fall is always the worst for me too. All those leaves and the mold, and it's cold and it's damp. It's rough. We've got Deb Whitmore here. Hello, Deb. We are glad to have you here. Of course, who else have we got? We've got Christina, who's here with us. Phyllis Bailey is here with us. Oh, she said she really enjoys watching the two of us.
I'm sure she does.
I bet. It's like Lucy and Ethel.
Right. Where's Hillary? You said, Lucy, what are you doing? Well, I'm definitely being Lucy today.
So we got Sheila Drake Williams, who's here with us today. We got Jamie Parker. We're glad you're here. Jamela, that's what it is. I'm glad you're here. Glad you caught the live. Natasha in the middle is here. And Darlene McIntyre, she said, bake the fallen part in one bowl.
That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I just got into my pantry and I pulled out several little small casserole dishes, so single serve size. I can't think of the name for them now. It's not a casserole dish, but those custard dishes or whatever. But whatever they are, I got out several of those, and they're in the oven right now.
There we go. And you know that's going to work out great with a nice little dollop of vanilla ice cream.
I got the vanilla ice cream in the fridge.
Yes. Um, Christina said, "Oh, there you go. Miss Denise has got it. That's going to be yummy." We've got C. Pollard here. Hello, hello. And guess who else is here? We've got Jill Jordan Green with us today. Good morning, Jill.
Hey, Jilly, how you doing? You getting to watch
And
mine?
Relax Bubble is with us today. Oh, that's so sweet. She said the two of us are simply beautiful and amazing.
Well,
That's
thank
so
you.
nice of you. Thank you.
So I've got my chocolate mixture made with the Coca-Cola and the Hershey's cocoa and all of that. You can't use that Dutch cocoa. You got to use the Hershey's cocoa, unsweetened. So now I'm adding in my sour cream, some vanilla, and eggs. And then I'll be pouring it into a greased dish.
All right. Tamika's with us. She says she cleans while she cooks too. And it just makes everything easier for her. And it's a great habit for new cooks, who are developing their routine in the kitchen. If you get into that routine of cleaning up as you cook, you will be amazed how quickly you can get out of that kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's the way to go. Relax Bubble. All right. I can't pronounce it. And she's saying something very nice. She's got a heart, but she's it's in another language, and I'm not sure how to translate that. I don't know if I have. No, I can't translate from there. Okay.
Let me just say real quick that I had to let that Coca-Cola and chocolate mixture cool off before I put it in here, because of course I don't want to cook my eggs. So it's all together, and I'll be ready to pour it into my greased dish in just a minute, 9 by 13 pan, and then I can make the frosting.
Yum, yum. Jamela says she's thinking about individual apple tarts for one dessert, potato dumplings for the other. Yum, yum, yum. Both sound wonderful. Michelle said she wishes YouTube had a scent button so they can click to smell the kitchens. Absolutely. Mickey says she's ready to eat that food right now.
Well, she's coming over for dinner tomorrow, so she'll be able to get some.
She will get it. Florence is here with us. Hi, Florence.
Hey, Florence. Yes. Come on over for dinner.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Come on in. She said tasting great is the important part. Chef Shayla.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so honored that you are
Chef Shayla. She joined us today for our little.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, guys, we have a rock star with us.
Yes, I mean a true rock star. This is a doctor.
I hope she didn't see me making a mess.
Yes, a doctor who became a chef, and she cooks for all kinds of big name people. And she's amazing. You'll check out her channel. I mean, she's wonderful. Thank you for coming in. We've got Darlene here today. Michelle, she said, Michelle told Blue Sky she'll probably get to eat it. She said the rest of us just have to watch and dream. Now, guys, I'm going to stop a minute. Need to go check on that pie. So let's get back in this direction.
Chef Shayla, how do you work getting your kitchen, keeping your kitchen all cleaned up? I have had a bomb going on in here. So let me know how things work for you. Do you have a cleanup crew, or are you doing it all yourself? Because I've certainly had a mess going on. But let me show you guys something now. When I was a girl, my mom would always let somebody get the bowl, somebody could get the spoon or the beaters or whatever. And so, there's enough in here that you could
Oh, yummy.
So somebody would get the batter or the spoon or whatever. And if you got the bowl, then you got to do this.
Oh yeah. That's the advantage of being the only child.
Oh yeah, you got it all.
I got it all.
The beaters, the bowl, everything.
Oh,
Well, I'm glad I got both my items in the oven. Now let me check out what I need to do in regards to making the frosting. So let me get this wiped up. This little stove countertop cooker is called the Elite Gourmet.
uh-huh.
And Mickey Blue Skies gave me that. She gave me that
Aw.
as a gift one year. She's given me some really nice gifts, especially like for YouTube and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
She kind of knows what we might need.
Oh, Darlene saying that she made 7-Up cake for Christmas when her kids were little.
She said she used to do that too with the bowl and the beater.
Well, she made the 7-Up cake when her kids were babies.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, our families must be very excited to have such yummy desserts.
Yeah, because we
And
gonna
yes,
Sunday dinner's gonna be off the chain.
oh yeah.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah. It'll be hard waiting until tomorrow because I already know there's going to be a little slice out of one side of this cake, and we know who is going to cut it. But
the big guy certainly wouldn't do that.
huh. Oh, let's see. We've got Girl Dad's here with us. Yay!
Oh, Girl Dad! We were just talking about you the other day. We were talking about maybe having him join us one day.
We would love that if you would.
Yeah, Girl Dad cooking it up.
Yeah, come on, maybe one Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk, or even maybe if you want to collab with us and jump in on the collaboration, let us know. And let us know in the chat. And you're putting your Coca-Cola in. Is it bubbly?
Yeah. Yeah, got Coca-Cola in, and I have to cook it until it's reduced by 1/3.
Uh-huh.
And then this butter is going in.
We got Jean here with us. Carrie Lee, she said her grandmother always told her to clean up your mess while you're cooking. Smart grandmother. My mother pulled out every pot and pan in the kitchen when she was cooking. And guess who had to clean up? Me. Oh. Carrie said that some people at work are now suddenly bringing their lunches to work instead of buying at the local restaurants.
Oh, yeah, I can see why.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I tell you what, we went to dinner quite a bit while we had house guests. And, it just seems like the quality of what you're getting, as well as the amount of what you're getting, has cut back tremendously. And but you're paying a higher price for whatever it is at the restaurant. Their prices went up and the sizes shrunk. So we just have to be careful. I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking at home. Journey said she had a Coca-Cola cake, but she didn't like it. But yes, she did like the 7-Up cakes. She also didn't like the orange pop cake. Wonder if it was too sweet. Might have been.
I would think that an orange pound cake ought to have a light flavor.
Well, I don't know. Carrie Lee said she had a Mississippi mud cake for a birthday cake once, and she said it was good. Oh, Antoinette Williams just came in from shopping.
Who did?
Yay!
Oh,
Antoinette,
Antoinette, what did you get at the store today?
what did you find any good sales, or did you take advantage of the $40 Thanksgiving menus and meals that they had that were available? Natasha said that we're making her hungry. We got Sheila here with us. Hello, hello. We've got Nika. Hello from Greece. Hello. She said she just wanted to stop in and say hello. Hello. It's hard to catch you all live sometimes, and that's true because of our difference in time.
Oh, wow. All the way from Greece.
I'm so glad you're here with us, Nika. Wonderful. Come back again.
Please do.
Oh, Jamila said ramekins. That's what they are.
Ramekins. That was,
Yep.
I could not, it just would not come to my mind what word that was. But yes, ramekins. I got all the ones I could find. I got all the ramekins that I could find.
Uh-huh.
And they're in the oven. I got some more, but they weren't like readily available. But I thought, okay, that works.
Yeah.
So I'm getting the powdered sugar out now
Okay.
for the frosting.
Well, we got Andrea Robb from Florida. She said we look really pretty today. She said she's doing what we both said about soups and stretching meals with pantry staples. Boom!
Yes.
Woo-hoo! That's
You know, Leona, that really seemed to strike quite a tone with so many people. We may need to do some more like pantry stable meal ideas.
I agree. Monica Lewis is here from Birmingham, Alabama, and she's so glad that that this live show showed up in her feed. She said because she loves watching both of us. Well, I am so glad, and I'm so glad to have you here from Alabama, and certainly come back again. Sharon Tech said, "How long has it?" How long does it take? That's what her son. Oh, how long has it taste good? It's what her son says. Okay, he's a little fella. Well, it tastes good from the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
12.
Even the batter tastes good. If the batter's good, you know the cake is good.
Absolutely. I think it's really I2 Sky rather than 12 Sky. She said her wonderful aunt, who has gone on, made Coca-Cola cake, and she called it Coke-Cola rather than Coca-Cola. Coke-Cola. Well, you know, that's what we used to call Coke back in the day anyway, Coca-Cola. Joyce Wilson's here. She loves Coca-Cola cake. We have Jessica with us. Evelyn Stevens is here. Contact said, as long as it tastes good is what my son always says. It doesn't matter how it looks to him. Okay, smart young man. Journey said her mom did the same with the bowl, the beater, and the spoon. And she does the same thing with her children.
Yes. It's just nice. It's just like just a nice little cozy treat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Christina said her aunt gave her a recipe for root beer float cake.
For what?
For a root beer float cake.
Oh, that sounds really good too.
Well, I guess if you like root beer. Hint, hint, hint. That's not, root beer is not on my list, but.
Oh, you don't like root beer?
No.
Oh, I love root beer.
Oh, I don't like.
Though I tell you why. One of the things, like as I said, excuse my language, but when we first got married, we didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And so one of the things that we would do, that I would do on payday, was either one, go to Roslyn Bakery, and I would buy like some kind of little treat, coffee
I'm
cake or
coming
something like
around.
that for the week. Or there was an A&W root beer stand that
Oh,
was, close to where we lived. And they would have these little small mugs that they call baby beers. And then of course you got your adult beers. So you could like order root beer for yourself, and then you could get, so we always got 2 baby beers because of course, we had the twins and they were little, but so I always remember ordering baby beers for the kids, when they were little, for Jason and Jill. Oh, I'm so glad I got this space cleaned off, because it was a hot mess. So Jill, if you're watching, I probably already used up 6 or 7 dishcloths this morning. She says I use entirely too many dishcloths. She's like, how can you use so many dishcloths? And when I was getting ready, when you and I were on getting ready before everybody else was here, I probably went through 3 or 4. You grab this, you wipe up that, this gets wet, whatever.
yeah. Yeah, I brought down a pile of towels, a little stack, because I knew I was going to need them.
Yeah, I always need to stack them. So I got a little bucket started over there in the laundry area. So once we're all done, I'll throw them in the wash. So.
Because I've gone through them. All that chocolate is everywhere.
Yeah, and I'll be scrubbing some by hand on the dishcloths before I throw them in the wash, because I certainly don't want those chocolate stains on there. So I'll scrub it with a little bit of, I'll spray it with some Dawn dishwashing liquid. Give it a good scrub in cold water. If that doesn't do it, then I'll try some baking soda. I'm supposed to reduce this by half. It said about 5 minutes or so.
Well, Girl Dad said he would love to. Girl Dad said he would love to.
Okay.
Collaborate or come on the show, whichever.
Send us your email, Girl Dad, so we can connect with you.
Absolutely. That'll be a lot of fun.
Y'all know these little Cokes have gone up in price as well too. Sometimes
yes, they have
on sale like 3 for $10 or something like that. But I think I got this 6-pack at Aldi, and it was like $4 almost.
What?
Yeah, for those little mini 6-packs. But I like to get the mini size, the Coke minis, because we get a whole one out and we just don't drink a whole one. And I don't drink it at all. Hubby likes it, but he doesn't like it. But he drinks more than that little mini, then it'll keep him up at night. The caffeine in it will keep him up at night. So I just try to keep those little small ones.
Help him limit it. Oh.
So I've got my 4 cups of sugar, powdered sugar. I'm going to go ahead and put the salt in. And give that a good stir while that's doing what it needs to do. And I'm going to go ahead and add the cocoa. And it said though that you needed the Hershey's cocoa or a similar brand, not that Dutch cocoa, because the Dutch cocoa is not quite as acidic, and you needed the acid in this to complement the cocoa, I guess. So I can be stirring this while that's boiling down. Leona, you always get done before I do.
Well, the pie's still in the oven.
Luckily, I got both mine in the oven now.
All right.
And whenever we have dough, I always have some kind of a dough disaster. But it's a good training exercise for you young homemakers.
That's true. I'm I'm trying to get things situated in such a way that I can kind of run back and forth. And Nikki says she used to bake a lemon 7-Up pound cake. And she says she doesn't really do any baking anymore.
Yeah, she doesn't, but she can bake some good sweet potatoes.
I heard. I wish we were going to be making
mine. She is the sweet potato maker.
All right, all right. Jamela
she makes them just like Mom and my grandmother used to make them.
Oh, now does she slice them?
Yeah, she does.
Okay, that's the way my mom did too. Slice those babies up and then put the syrup and the brown sugar and all that cinnamon and all that on top of it. Mm-hmm. Jamela said the two of us remind her of her best friend herself. She says she can see us like this cooking together.
Yep. I wish we lived in the same town.
I know.
One of these days you're gonna hear the doorbell ring and it's gonna be me on your doorstep.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Gail said that her sister usually makes, I'm assuming it's chocolate chip pound cake and a chocolate chip pecan pies and a German chocolate cake. Ooh, my husband loves German chocolate cake. And of course, I like the chocolate chip pecan pies, but I don't call them that because I'm from Louisville, the home of the Derby. We call them Derby pies, but that's the same thing. They're chocolate chip and pecans, and they are amazing. Oh, blue skies. Well, blue skies, you have to do what you have to do. She says she can't stay, but she has to get going. You know, we know everybody's not going to be able to stay the whole time.
Yeah, people got things to do. We appreciate you guys hanging out with
us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jean said people really appreciate a home-cooked meal, and I'm sure that's true. We have Take Me to Tammy's house here. Hello. And Jean said Thanksgiving is her favorite meal.
Mine too.
Mine too. Better than Christmas. Natasha said she added up how much she personally spent on fast food in a month. She says she's embarrassed to say that she could have used that money to fill up part of her pantry plus make a donation to the local food bank. You know, Natasha, we've all been there.
Yeah, and, we have.
You know, sometimes life gets to life and you just have to do what works into your schedule.
And here's the good thing, though. She now is aware of how much she might have been spending, and she is aware of the need to help others. So she can change her behavior now. Because one thing I say is just because something has always been doesn't mean it has to be. So you can make those changes when it suits you. And if now feels like a good time for you to be making those changes, then do that.
Absolutely. She said that her family and she intentionally cook from home. And, you know, we do too. We make sure that we pretty much cook from home. We may go out occasionally, but, you know, we pretty much cook. I pretty much cook at home. Antoinette said she took advantage of the sales when she went shopping. That's good.
And the last time I was in Kroger, they had butter for $2.99 a carton. And I think it was going to go for another few days. So I would check out the Kroger ad. You can check it out online before you go just to find out and then see what's what. And because I've already used what? I used a couple sticks of butter when I made the apple dumplings. So they're in the oven. I used 2 sticks of butter for this. So you're going to be using lots of butter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Joyce Wilson wanted to know if we have heard of an orange juice cake with an orange juice glaze and pecans on it. That sounds wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And I bet you it's a pretty cake because of the orange juice. It probably has a beautiful color. Take me to Tammy's house. She just pulled out a pumpkin cake out of her oven, and her house is smelling great. And I too, Sky. Okay, I got it. All right. So Tammy said, I got that. Natasha said she's never tasted a Coca-Cola cake or a 7-Up cake. Well, girl, you've got to try it.
You'll like it. It has a nice Coke and chocolatey flavor. You'll like it.
Oh yeah, and the 7-Up cake is really, really good, and actually it's pretty easy to make. Carrie said she discovered that she had a gift card that was expiring in a few weeks. She took that gift card, went to Walmart to buy pantry essentials. Yay! Oh, you're right. There is a Dr. Pepper cake too. And I do like Dr. Pepper. Joy says she's late, so she'll have to watch the replay. But she loves watching both of us and loves how
That'll be fun.
We do the best we can. And you know, sometimes the best laid plans of mice and men
off to go astray. Isn't that the words of John Steinbeck?
Oh.
Well, I've got my cake in the oven, and I can't pour the frosting on it until it comes out. Do you have yours out of the oven?
The cake is out.
But your pie is in?
The pie's in.
Okay.
So it needs to set up.
Well, my cake is in, and my ramekins with my apple dumplings are in as well.
Okay. Joy said that her mom taught the girls in her house at an early age to bake bread from scratch and to clean as they went along, so you wouldn't hear that. You know, I tried to do the same thing with my daughter, and she does it and does it well. Darling says she remembers those root beer floats.
Oh, yes, the root beer floats at A&W.
She said a neighbor of hers used to make her own homemade potato chips and root beer. Well, yay for the potato chips, and I'm going for the root beer. But my husband loves root beer, grandson, all of them, they love root beer. I don't know what it is about that root beer that I just can't, I haven't been able to get with it. There's a timer for me.
You know, I think some things are just nostalgic and they just bring back pleasant memories, because root beer always brings a pleasant memory to me. Like when I was a young housewife, you know, a young mom doing the mommy thing, and we were trying to figure it out. Girl, we didn't know Sikkim, and we were trying to figure it out. And one of our treats was we would go to A&W. So I always think of root beer as a treat. And I don't buy it a lot now, but even when I do, I think about it as a treat. And then, of course, the Roslyn Bakery, I think of that as a treat as well. So now the kids probably don't even remember that, because they were just toddlers at the time. So if Julie, if you're still on, let me know if you remember that at all. Because we didn't have an A&W stand here.
I'm turning my pie around. Cover back on it. There we go. It needs a few more.
The edges are setting, but the center still needs to set.
Yeah, that's the way the pie is. I had to turn it around. My stove, while it cooks pretty hot, it has a tendency that the back of the stove cooks faster than the front of the stove. So I had to flip it. So, you know, darling, while we're talking about those floats, how many of you are familiar with Big Red?
Oh, Big Red Cola?
Big Red.
I've seen that.
And oh my goodness, we love Big Red. So much so that this is our favorite drink to have with ice
Really?
cream. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Now I'm going to add my butter. I was supposed to reduce it to 1/3 cup of Coca-Cola. I started out with 12 ounces, and so then I'm supposed to reduce it to 1/3 cup, and then add in the flour, the butter, which I got the butter in here now, and then also add in the sugar, the vanilla, and the salt. So I went ahead and put the sugar, the salt, and the cocoa powder in there. So when I add it, I can just add it at once.
Well, we've got Sue on with us today. And she said she's going to have to, she's a little late. She'll have to catch the replay. But she was glad that she was able to visit for a little while. Well, Sue, we are so glad that you have stopped by today. And, you've been our ride and die for a long time. So,
Yes, you have.
for a very long time. I too, Sky, she said, we're kind, gracious, and encouraging.
Oh, thank you.
I hope that we will always be that way. I'm sure we will, because that's just our personality.
Right, and that's what our whole goal. Our mission here is to just empower young homemakers and even seasoned homemakers if they need a little bit of encouragement, so that we can just help people figure it out and use whatever they have to do the best with.
That's right. That's right. We all started somewhere.
Yep.
Um, some moms and grandmothers did a lot of teaching, and some moms and grandmothers didn't. And so, some young home cooks, whether you're male or female, you may have been in the kitchen with your mom or grandmother, or you may not have. So some people are starting from scratch, and that's okay. But we're here to hopefully encourage you to continue to do what you do. And, just because it doesn't work the first time, try it again.
That's
Because
right.
we've
And
had
if it doesn't work the first time, try something different.
That's
Like
right.
when those
That's
roll-ups
right.
fell apart, okay, I got out the ramekins and put them in the dish. I'm okay.
That's
It's gonna
right.
be like little dumplings. So
There we go. Carrie says she tried one time to make sweet potato pies by buying canned yams. However, two of her brothers were with her. So they returned the canned yams and replaced them with actual yams and sweet potatoes. And I'm sure that made all the difference.
yeah.
Oh, they wanted her to make it like their grandmother had made it. Aw, that's sweet. Carrie said her mom also made an orange juice cake. I may have to look that up.
Yeah, it sounds good because I love cranberry orange muffins. Just love
Oh
them.
yes. Oh
Kroger's used to have them in their deli, but they don't have
yeah.
them anymore.
That might be a real good Thanksgiving morning muffin.
Oh, I love cranberry because they're nice and sweet. Just kind of a light sweetness.
Mhm.
They're not real sweet, and they're great with coffee or tea in the morning. So I have this frosting ready. So all I need now is for that timer to go on.
Christina J said that. Whoops, I missed it. That her mom made the orange juice cake also using a sponge cake, and then slowly poured the OJ over it and topped it with cream. That's pretty good. Oh, Christina said she has not bought bread since the two of us got her started making it. And
Really?
on that fresh bread.
Oh, my husband loves it. He just loves it now when I make bread. I think Hazel's been making quite a bit of fresh bread as well.
Yes, she has. Yes, she has. Darlene said that for the root beer, Her neighbor used old-fashioned licorice root and brewer's yeast
And
and
made her own?
made her own. How about that? Huh.
Well, here's my frosting for the Coca-Cola cake.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Let's give it a taste to see what it tastes like.
All right. Sharon Tech said, I think I don't think she had told you this, but she's from Indianapolis.
Oh,
Yeah, she said you keep mentioning Roseland or Rosalind's Bakery.
Roslyn Bakery. I lived in Indy because I went to IU Med Center.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my husband lived on I think it was the southeast side, out by the Speedway. And there was a Roslyn Bakery close to us. We don't have one here in Fort Wayne. But yes, we lived in Indy when for the first year after we graduated school, because I was going to the Med Center for nursing there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Aww.
So, fellow Hoosier, hello.
Aww. Natasha in the middle said her mother she and her brother learned to cook from scratch starting at age 10. She said it was annoying at first, but now she's so glad she did. And it definitely comes in handy. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Take me to Tammy's house. Tammy just turned her cake out of the bundt pan. She said it's pretty. She was making a pumpkin cake.
Tammy, you know, I have two bundt pans. I have one that I've had for years. Well, I had them both for years, but one of them is the kind where the center comes out. You know the one I mean, Leona?
Uh-huh.
Bundt pan where the insert comes out.
Yeah.
And so you line it with like a wax paper. At least that's what we used to do in those days. You would line it with wax paper.
Wax paper.
And then oil it, grease it, and then you would pour your batter in. Sometimes, for whatever reason, it would leak out through the bottom. Yeah, just like that. And sometimes, for whatever reason, it would leak out through the bottom. I don't know why. And then I have another one that must have been my husband's mom's or somewhere that's just one piece. But yeah, that's yours. Looks like it's in good condition. Mine is old.
This one has a little wear on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's holding up pretty good, but I've probably had it 20 plus years.
Yeah, and you make a bundt cake with that, or people could also call it a tube pan.
That's true.
So I guess technically the bundt cake has those little ridges on the top when you flip it over and all that, and that's what I use is that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Let me check this pie.
Oh, Vicki, thank you. You know what, Vicki? We do have a very blessed community here on YouTube. All of our people are so nice. Every now and then we'll get a bad actor, but then, once they see what we're doing, they just kind of settle down and they're typically okay. But we're usually pretty good, and we just have lots of kind people, and I think all the people here genuinely, that is getting, I'm going to put a little bit of this Coke in there. I'll wait until. Okay, there's my timer.
Oh, that time. Oh, perfect.
Let's just see. Oh.
We got bells and whistles going on.
That when I touch the rag for the cake, it's definitely not done. But now let me check out these apple tarts or apple whatever you want to call them. These apple dumplings.
Okay. Moving the cake over so we can put the pie out. Oh.
Here are my apple
And here's
desserts.
oh, that looks delicious, Denise.
Oh my goodness, look at these. And
Huh.
they taste absolutely delicious. I tasted this one just because I wanted to see how it tasted, and I kind of dug down to see if I could get some of the dumpling mixture.
Uh-huh.
And it cooked up nicely. It's like kind of puffed up. And if you kind of look here,
See if I can get both in. Yeah.
I'll see if I can get this a little closer.
There we go. We got the mud.
Look at that.
Oh, oh, that looks so good.
And the dough for the dumplings is nice and soft. It's not quite like a cake, but it's thick like that. So, so these are fine. So thank you.
Yeah.
I made lemonade out of the lemons. Yeah, these turned out nicely. I gotta keep stirring this frosting though because it's not ready yet. I'm supposed to add it to the cake. Let me put another 5 minutes. The center of it just looked really soft. It says,
did you turn it around?
oh, you know what? I did not. I could do that. That's a good idea. It's the middle. The edges are getting awfully dark, but the center of it is still pretty soft. There.
Oh, yummy. Tammy said that she used a regular bundt pan, and she said it's pretty new, but the tube pan makes a good angel food cake. Yes, it does.
I gotta
Jamela
keep stirring
said,
this frosting.
yeah, she has her grandmother's cast iron skillet. I have my mom's. I
We're
have,
going to talk about cast iron skillets.
oh, I love it.
For those of you that don't know, when I got my new stove, I didn't want to scratch the top up, so I told my husband that we couldn't use the cast iron skillets on it anymore. And so I put them out in the garage on a shelf, and I was going to use them when I baked or something like that. I come home one day, this man had put my cast iron skillets out on top of the garbage can. And he said some lady driving down the street stopped and said, "Are you giving those away?" He said, "Yeah." She said, "Can I have them?" And he said, "Sure." It was a 10-inch cast iron skillet, a chicken fryer, and then a small one. I said, "You did what?" He said, "Well, you said we couldn't cook on them anymore." I said, "We can't use them on the cooktop. I can use them in the oven." Girl, I was so mad at him, and I did not let him forget forever. He finally brought home a 12-inch cast iron skillet and said, "Here, now will this stop?" He says, "Will you stop bugging me?" But I'm like,
oh,
and
man.
you see chicken fryers everywhere. And,
Oh,
and
I
the chicken
know.
fryer we had gotten at a home and garden show. They had a person there that was selling cast iron, and they had the chicken fryer.
That's
So it's
the
a little
deep one.
taller.
Yeah, I love that. If I see it again, I got mine while I was down in South Carolina, and at this little store that carries odd things, and they happen to have it. So if I find it again, I'll have to see what I can do. Miss Denise is over there tasting.
I'm just tasting.
All right. I haven't cut my pie yet, but it does look awfully pretty.
So I was supposed to end up with 12 of the little dumpling roll-ups. I've got 8 little ramekins here, and actually 2 of the ramekins I could probably serve 2 from those. So I still have about 12 to 12 servings of them right here. but they are just so good. And I tell you what, you really can't go wrong with apples. With apples and dough and brown sugar.
Oh yeah, that
Maybe I
is
should leave
a
these over
snack
here until I have
in
something
and
else.
of itself. I love apple pie, apple cobbler, apple muffins, apple
Mm-hmm.
cake, whatever it is. I like it. I yike
Mm-hmm.
it. That's what my granddaughter used to say. Oh, I yike it. I like
Mm-hmm.
it too. Oh, so we've got Miss Denise has her apple dumplings going. I've got a Mississippi mud cake that's here, one of our retro desserts, and it's pretty warm. The sweet potato pie just came out of the oven.
Oh,
So,
it looks delicious.
ah, and it came out clean. So it should be good. The crust is pretty. And the secret is keeping that crust covered and with some parchment. Or you can even cover it with foil.
So now tell me how you covered it with parchment. What did you do? I missed
Just
that.
laid a sheet over it.
Oh, you just laid a sheet over the top. I
Mhm,
will often put on an aluminum foil collar around it,
mhm,
but I
mhm.
didn't know about the parchment.
Yeah, just take a piece and put it over it, and that will thin down the crust if you don't want it to burn.
Okay, let's see what this is doing.
Okay. Vicky saying that she had a phone call. And Vicky, all the recipes are going to be down in the description box as soon as we're finished. And that sweet potato pie, oh my goodness, it is good. And I know you're from South Carolina, so if you add a little something extra to yours that perhaps I didn't put in mine. I thought about it. I guess I could have. There were a couple of things I maybe could have added. Some people put cloves in there, but I'm not a fan of cloves in a sweet potato pie. But and cloves has a tendency sometimes to just take over. So I'm usually a little careful with that. So how'd it do?
It looks pretty good. It says to bake it until it pulls away from the edge,
Okay.
and it does do that. Toothpick in the center. I'm thinking with a few moist crumbs attached. I'm thinking it's still just a little bit soft in the center, but
Okay.
I think it might be good enough.
Okay. By the time you get the hot icing on there.
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the things that I would love to do is add some pecans. However, we have nut allergies in our family, so I don't. And then you put the frosting on while the cake is still piping hot so that it melts it right down.
Now, do you
into the
have
cake.
to poke? You don't have to poke holes in it or anything?
It didn't say to do that
Okay.
because it's just like putting a chocolate frosting on top of those Texas sheet cakes.
Okay. Oh, I love Texas sheet cakes.
Oh, I do too. This turned out nicely.
That looks good.
Mm-hmm. Only thing missing is pecans, but since Mickey Blue
Yeah.
Skies and some of my nieces are severely allergic to nuts, we'll do
Oh.
that. Let me taste the frosting.
All right. All right.
Mm-hmm. How could you not like this?
Well, I'm going to have to get a corner. I'm going to do the big guy, and I'm going to have to get a little corner of this Mississippi mud. Oh, that's pretty.
So here's my Coca-Cola cake. And here's my happy accident apple dumplings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't complain.
Mm.
And I know my husband won't, and Blue Skies is going to have a good little deal tomorrow, figured out which one she wants.
I think you're
Now,
gonna.
this one where I use the pie crust on
Mm-hmm.
the top, just to kind of put over the top, because I didn't have, let's see how that does. Oh, it's fine. I
Okay.
just took a little corner of the pie crust and
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds good. Well, I got
like an individual apple pie.
Oh,
it's delicious.
this is good.
I can really taste the Coca-Cola in this.
In the icing?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like it gives it a subtle little flavor. It's like it makes the chocolate a little deeper. And I'm scraping the pan out, and as I scrape it on there, the cake is still hot, so it's just melting right down.
Oh, that's good. I tell you what, this Mississippi mud is
letting
good.
me cook with you today. Thank you so much for letting me share with our homemakers what to do when things don't go for plan A. There's always a plan B, a C, and a D.
Yep, there it is. That's it. That's it. Well, I tell you what, this has been so much fun. What a way to spend the first November 1st. Now we're on our plan, and we are working our Thanksgiving plan.
Yes, we are.
And I've done my grocery shopping. You've done yours?
I don't have all my grocery shopping done. I've got my grocery shopping done for Thanksgiving. That's done. But I wanted to stock up on a few extra things for November because I wanted to get those this weekend so that I wasn't in the store next week just in case any craziness was going on.
Right.
So I wanted to do that. And, but yeah, so I'm good. I'm good. And now, did you put your Thanksgiving calendar on your community tab?
What I'm doing is that, like I did this past week that's ending today, that was a grocery shop. So I already have a post that's getting ready to go up for next week of things to do.
Okay.
And so each week I will get them ready.
Okay, because I knew you were going to put something on your tab and I didn't want them to miss it.
And so that's coming. Along with, I'm also doing 30 days of thankfulness and of 30 different things that all of us have to be thankful for. And I am just excited that it's had great comments, and today's been just the first day.
Oh, today's day
one.
Okay.
Was day one. And so it's been so good. It's been so good. And we all need to be thankful. In spite of craziness, we have a lot to be thankful for.
We all have something we can be thankful for.
That's right. That's right. So, I hope that everyone has taken our encouragement and has certainly been able to work with that. Woo. Well, Miss Denise, you've got everything out of your oven?
I do. I got my Coca-Cola cake with the Coca-Cola chocolate frosting here, and the frosting is delicious, so the cake has got to be good.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've got my apple dumpling ramekins over here, so they're good. They're not roll-ups, but they're still apple dumplings, but they're just in ramekins. So yes, and they are delicious.
They are. And before we leave, if there's anyone who is not a member of either Homemaking with Denise or Ebony, Ivy, and Time, please stop and hit that subscribe button. And everybody, be sure to hit that like.
Yes.
That thumbs up. Give us that thumbs up so that the YouTube gurus will know that you liked it.
And let us know which one of these holiday desserts, these retro holiday desserts, you want to try first. I think I want to try that Mississippi mud cake.
I tell you what, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Okay.
And this one is going to church tomorrow.
Well, I don't go to your church. I can't get any of it.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But it's going to church tomorrow.
I guess I have
And
to make my own.
there you go. And I'm going to have to make those apple dumplings. And I've got some apples ready to go. So that I have in the freezer. Yes, they're in the freezer. I made my little apples, got them all cut up, and they're in freezer bags and ready to go. So
I like it.
I can't wait. So, guys, I hope you have enjoyed today. We have certainly enjoyed being with you today in the kitchen. And I guess we'll have to share some of our Christmas ideas in December.
I guess so. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Leona, thank you for having me on your channel. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here with me. And to all of you, have a blessed weekend. And we'll see you Wednesday, ready to go at 7:45 p.m. So be on the lookout.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
Dog and girl going, or is it girl?
Girl dad.
Girl dad cooking. Don't forget to reach out to us.
Don't forget, because we're going to be looking for you. All right. You take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Everyone.